invite Mr. K. Arunagiri from Atlas Copco, who will deliberate on a topic that is close to his heart, battery assembly innovations. Let's extend a warm welcome to Mr. Arunagiri, who serves as the Head of Business Development for eMobility at Atlas Copco. With a distinguished career spanning more than 2 decades, Arunagiri has dedicated himself to providing assembling solutions to the automotive and general industries. His passion for driving innovations and sustainability within the automotive sector is evident in his work. Arunagiri possesses profound expertise in marketing assembly solutions and fostering a growth-oriented mindset. At Atlas Copco, he plays a pivotal role in positioning the company as a formidable innovation partner for battery pack manufacturers, leveraging digital marketing and collaborative strategies. He ensures the delivery of cutting-edge solutions that align precisely with customers' needs. We are delighted to have him with us today. Let's give a round of applause for Mr. Arunagiri.
Good afternoon, everyone. And thank you for this very nice address of mine. I've never heard myself in this way before. And I realized that I spent so many years doing this when you spoke about me in this way. And it's always really a pleasure to be here in these kind of events. Ever since I've been participating in the last 1 year, I've thoroughly enjoyed being in such events, not because I'm going to present something, because of interacting with the industry veterans, sharing good ideas, striking some good conversations, and more importantly, I wanted to ignite people's mind with whatever I'm trying to engage with. That's my key mission. I wanted to learn from you. Please ask questions, whatever comes to your mind after my presentations. And I try to give some, at least 1 or 2 points that I have learned over the last years. With this context, I think we had a very exciting session in the morning with industrious speakers, right from Mr. Nasir Deshmukh, Uday, as passionate as he is always, and we ended with Google Cloud talking about cloud. I hope we are all inspired that there is a transformation happening, yes or no? With this context, I would like to start, it's not just transformation, friends. The e-mobility subject that I've been seeing in the last 1 year, not just in India and also from the world. This is the picture that is something that is presented to us, rather a very disrupting area. I don't know whether in 2034, as it is shown here, 52 million vehicles of EV should be there in the world, and penetration level of close to 50% to 50 to 70% in 2034. Now, we will have to wait and see if this happens. But is this trajectory really right? If you look at today, as it is shown, 2022, it is predicted to be 8 million vehicles. And if you Google out, it is somewhere around 7.8 to 8. So the trajectory is really on the path. This is what really we have to really keep an eye on. And many people have talked about the trends in the previous sessions. Very key word is sustainability as sitting in the core. Yeah, that is the breathing word among the industry today, as you all would agree. And the other terms like digitalization, automation really, complements that. But sustainability is the core word that is really being talked about today. And I will present something on what is my journey on that in the last 20 years, giving you in a story format, talking about the advanced manufacturing technologies, especially the core area where I have been associated with is on the assembly solutions. I look at car in this way. We know powertrains and all other accessories are important components of the vehicle. But then let us also understand it is assembled with rivets, it's assembled with adhesives, it's assembled with fastening joints and also floor drills. How the car, we have been seeing is important area of how they are assembled. And let me take you through a short journey, and it is rather my journey as well as I started. Giving solution for assembling as simple as a piece of a bolt. It's a very fascinating journey, gentlemen. 20 years before, when we started looking at how to tighten a bolt, this is how our journey started. With a tool that just helped the operator do a click. The sound click made life of difference. Everything was fine by the click sound. There was no data needed by the operator during that time. But then he felt the click sound was enough to ensure that the assembly was right. And he was very happy. I was driving my Yamaha bike with this tool which I carried and then solved the purpose. There was no need for data, but he felt, even though there is no operator feedback, this was really solving the problem. But did this continue, and is this really going to solve the problem today? But then what were the challenges that we have seen in the last 10-15 years? Automotive assembly line is not really producing one variant. 20-25 years before, it was one or two variants in one assembly line. Today the product mix is really the key word. No assembly line is going to make one vehicle. It's product mix that are different, which also makes the stations that are needed to assemble the vehicle a bit more complex than what it was earlier. And as the speakers talked about Industry 5.0, human factor is still very, very, very important, though the situation is complex. And as again, I would like to emphasize, sustainability still remains a key word that really goes in. But fine, this is a good slide to talk about with some English words. What really it means in an automotive world is, this is the challenge that a line has to make. We are having a car that has to be produced with different powertrains in the same line, like be it a electric powertrain or a gasoline, or the wheel being a alloy wheel or a steel rim, and the cosmetics that are going into it. It's all different, mix of variants that has to go in one assembly line. Not only the variants in the vehicle, it's also in the assembly line that is built today. It's gasoline cars and electric cars produced in the same line, and why not hybrid as well. So it's all in one. So imagine the journey of this bolt, how it is going to be. It is having very complex, it will have different size of bolts that it has to tighten, and that poor pneumatic tool is going to suffer a lot. The solution that we evolved in this year and right now, as I talk about, is a smart cordless electric tool that really helped in achieving this journey. Now, what it does when you do the fastening of the same bolt is it gives a clear process feedback with the sensors that it has, and also an operator feedback with the sensors that are inside, like we call it as a torque transducer, angle encoder built into the tool. So this is helping in analyzing the joint. But what do I mean by that? The same bolt which was having a click sound today is analyzed in the data format. Like the curve that you see helps in finding out how the torque that is applied is being generated in the form of torque and angle. So the same bolt is analyzed in the form of data. My friend from Google Cloud will really enjoy that we have transformed into this way. 20 years before, gentlemen, AI was Air India for me. Today it is artificial intelligence. So these curves that got generated with the help of the electric tool was analyzed, and we really set, okay, this is how this joint, a gasoline car's torque was like this, and electric torque was like this. And the joint was really tightened in the right way. And we were able to set the limits saying, okay, bolt A has to go through if this curve is satisfied, and reject them if it is not satisfied. More so, as we speak today, the complicated assemblies, like you see the SUVs and the sedan vehicles have 4 or 5 bolts in the wheel. They are treated with utmost respect, and we are tightening them with automation. The robots are being deployed to tighten the same fasteners 5 at a time, 4 at a time. Not only that, as I talked about gasoline, SUV and sedan being made in the same line, we also accomplished flexible automation. The same robo can tighten an SUV car and also the sedan car with adjustments and flexibility that has been imbibed. So beautiful hardwares, fantastic solutions are not enough if only the hardware development is there. All these data are today submitted to the cloud, and we are using them for analytics as well. So the power of data is really very, very valid here. And as I talked about, the curves that you see no more have to be manually seen today. The AI sitting in the cloud is analyzing the graphs, and the AI is telling, hey, this is how you set the limit. Model A, this is how you set the limit. You don't need to analyze. The cloud gives, the artificial intelligence helps in giving the notifications. So the manual work is eliminated. And not just that one factor, the whole gamut of software suite is possible through the solutions in terms of asset management. A typical automotive line has more than 150 tools. So managing the asset is very important. So asset management is possible, product optimization, error proofing, and more and more. A software is enveloping today more and more in this journey. So that simple tool, what we were using 20 years before, has now transformed into a manifestation of solutions, right from different hardwares, semi-automatic solutions, and the software envelope sitting on top of it in the proud way to a smart factory. Now, this is a journey that is, I would say, to some extent matured, though it is continuing. But the journey, the part 2 of the story here, what I'm talking about, is on the battery area. Now, if I look at the way we talked about rivets, flow drills or fasteners or adhesives being deployed in the car, the same is also needed for a battery. But there are more question marks here on this area. I don't have an answer of how many rivets are there today on the battery, because we are trying to do an innovation to find this number, what it is going to be. And I don't think in the immediate future we'll know what it is. But what we know is, in a car, the rivets or the adhesives or even the spot welds are in the body shop. But in case of battery, all are there in the complete battery pack assembly line together. So that really puts an important challenge. But why do we need to talk about battery assembly more is because of this. If we have to see the 50% or 54% penetration or the 54 million vehicles that has to be made, it's estimated roughly about 7.8 terawatt hours of battery capacities are needed. And which means that number is not important. The important number for us is it's 291 battery pack plants are needed. 1 gigawatt hour battery pack plants are needed to suffice this need. So that much more number of production is going to happen in the world. And we also see that big announcements in India have already taken place in this area. And the trends are not just finished. We are seeing the trends that are really evolving continuously, and it will probably evolve in India as well in a rapid pace as we speak. Trends like, the batteries are made into modules and then fitted into the car, as it started about 5-8 years before, which still is happening. Now slowly, because of the weight that has to get reduced, the modules are getting eliminated and the cells are directly getting fitted into a pack and assembled into the car. Furthermore, some of the innovations are happening where the pack is eliminated and the cells are directly going into the body of the car. So these are trends that we see evolving. But what it means to Atlas Copco as an assembly solution provider is the variety of assembly technologies are changing. And we are really capturing this trend to see how we can help the innovators go through this transformation. So, gentlemen, challenges are plenty. I think I can list many more are there, but these are the salient ones. The core one here I would like to emphasize is on the innovation. That is what is rapidly happening today to overcome all these challenges, and more so with sustainability as a key element. We are forcing ourselves to ensure the solutions that we are providing on innovation is helping in the CO2 footprint reduction as well. So where do we begin this journey? It's on the innovation centers that we have. The development of joints, the materials that are used to be tested, we are doing actively. We have installed more than 12 innovation centers across the world, automation centers, application engineering centers, who are working actively to find out right joining technologies in the battery assembly area. With our knowledge so far in the sequential steps of battery assembly line, we have been working on a few areas, in this innovation, and most of them, what I'm showing today, are the ones that are developed and being deployed to various manufacturers, starting with the safety aspect of the joint. Like battery assembly is not like an engine assembly where there is the terminals are not there. Here we have positive negative terminals, and it is prone to shocks. So we have developed insulated sockets and isolated covers with 1000 volts protection for safety according to the IEC standards. More so on the battery module assembly, we have to, which is one of the critical areas where the technology of tightening and the vision solutions for robotic guidance and ensuring that there is no foreign particles left out into the module. Because if you leave a small particle out in the battery to the end of the line, it's going to be a catastrophic effect. So we have combined these two solutions in providing battery module assembly as well. This is all being deployed in many manufacturers already. And from India as well, we have provided solutions to countries outside India already in this area. One of the very fantastic innovation I would say is on the thermal management area, where gap fillers are being deployed in order to prevent the heat dissipation in the effective way. The solution that I'm showing here is combining adhesive dispensing solution and the vision solutions combined together. The vision solution is helping in scanning the battery module to find out the irregularities in the surface and giving that data to the dispensing solution so that it optimally dispenses the adhesives. So we eliminate the wastage and help also in reducing the weight of the battery by 20%. One another key innovation is on the cover assembly, where drills on drilling, tapping and fastening are being deployed. But this solution, what you see here, is all three combined together. This punching, what you see here, drills, it taps, it also tightens all in one go in 1.5 seconds. Which means it is 33% faster in cycle time and a huge amount of CO2 savings. I can continue this for more. And this is what is keeping us inspired. And as Atlas Copco, we are 150 years today, celebrating in 2023. And with this kind of innovation, I would not say that the journey will stop here. The journey is going to continue more and more. With the gamut of technologies other than tightening solutions that I'm showing here, with the adhesive dispensing solutions and the cold forming and the vision solutions that all are injected into our family of basket, we are really poised to be your innovation partner. Thank you, gentlemen.
Well, fantastic presentation, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Looks like Atlas is working on many different initiatives, and the EV is something that everyone is looking towards. My main question was from the software perspective. I saw that you are saying that you have integrated software seed. So is it developed in-house, or is it you are partnered with some companies?
This software is completely developed by Atlas Copco.
Oh,
Because we have, the reason why we develop these softwares is, I think there is maybe I would say that if you look at companies who are very keen in software development, like maybe, I don't want to name anyone, there are people who are very good in developing, global giants in the software field, who can probably develop a very good enterprise solution and also operational solutions which are there. And we connect with them with our domain. What we see is that they have a very good expertise on the software domain, like to develop maybe a operating system or the database that needs to be done. But for the domain knowledge, the knowledge of the applications, we have the complete strength. So if we have to use the data effectively, it's always better that we develop the software that, with the domain expertise of us, we give good insights. And of course, we are open to integrate with the ERP systems. Like if a customer is having an MES systems, our software suite can connect with the MES system, and at the top level, you can see the data connected from our solutions as well.
Thank you.
But at the same time, for production analytics and notifications that you want, you can use directly our software suite.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.